Yo, morning everyone. So we are on another project now. We seem to be doing more and more commercial stuff. Don't really know why, but we're converting this old Buc-ee's into a convenience store. So next door has already been a convenience store, and now it's being turned into one massive convenience store. So what we're going to do here is take all that wall down, strip the whole place out, which is our mission for today. Temporary wall's got to go up because they've got to keep that going. But yeah, it's nice. We've got a full crew here today. So we've got Lulu behind me, and then Kian. And Steve's gone to get some more wood because you know what he's like. He loves playing with wood. So on that note, let's get stuck into the video. Okay, so the lads are stripping out. So what we're going to do here, we're going to get rid of all this wall's coming down, so they're going to be sorting all that stuff. The lads have got to carry on, so it's going to be a bit noisy, so excuse them. We've got a distribution board, which is, there's one in here, and there's actually one on the other side of the building, but we're going to do away with that one because he only wants to pay for one, which you can imagine, which is fair enough. There's a suspended ceiling that's going to be going in on here. That's all coming in. Aircon's going down that far end, to the aircon above my head. So that aircon's going down to the back end, and there's a couple of little storerooms and all the rest of it. So yeah, a lot going on. So yeah, we'll set you up on time lapse. I think we'll have a little bit more of a strip down, but before I do that, once Lou's done in that little area, I'll show you inside that board. Let's have a little look together. Right, okay, so we're stripped out some of the room, as you can see. So the lads are just taking off the other side, just spinning it around. So Kian's now taking the rest of that bit out. We've took the shop front down, all that's out, site fencing's up. So for me now, just the other side of this wall, they've moved the fridge freezer, so the fridge is, sorry, they've pushed back, so the lads are just looking at that. So for me, I'm going to start looking at the electrics for in here. So we've got, as you can imagine, with a lot of these shops that we find, is that they are just renowned for having really, really rubbish electrics. So what I'm planning on doing is cutting off everything else and just having a temporary site supply, probably on here somewhere, just underneath this board. We're going to leave this board in place. What have we got on there? Yeah, so I've got a 16 amp. Let me just spin you around. So we've got a 16 amp RCBO there, which what we're going to use. So we're going to use that running in a little 2-gang socket here, but then what that will allow me to do then is disconnect all of the lighting, get rid of all that for all the shops, so all the cables come down this way, down to that switch, which is there, and then I think the plan is take all these strip lights down, and then I think after that, I believe that there's a bit of a false ceiling in here which is not secured very well, which I think they're now on about dropping all that. So yeah, so first things first, what I'm going to do is take this off, have a little look, see what's going on inside, because we've got cables here, there and everywhere. So we've got all this, no idea whether that's live, I'm assuming it's not, but when they took the previous lot out, it's all just been left like that. So let's get that front off and see what's going on. so as you can see, we just put that temporary supply on. Yeah, it doesn't have to be all nice and neat and pretty and stuff. At the end of the day, it is a site supply, and this wall is being taken out. But it's allowed me now to get rid of and trace the other wires that don't do anything. So for me now, what I'm going to do is follow these lines all the way back, get rid of all those, take these lights out, but I think first we're going to need to get some site light up all the way. We've got some festoon lighting, so that's what we're going to put up. But the only actual power supply we had left in here was on this board here, so this temporary board down there, so that was the only thing that was left going, but all of that's gone now. We seem to have loads of bonding going on, absolutely loads and loads and loads of bonding. Don't really know why. Let me just show you around the rest of it, hold on. So we've got bonding here, okay, so we've got it down to this point here, so we've got that there, and then it runs all the way through, which is fine. And we've got water stop tap up there, which yes, the bonding should be, so we'll get all that taken care of. And then they've extended it on the floor, running through, so that runs all the way along, all the way down here, up through that way, and then up to the water meter, and again an additional stop tap up there. So we'll get those sorted, but while the lads are still on wrecking crew, but as you can tell, it is pretty dark in here. So we're going to get the lights up, the festoon lights up, and then all those block can come down. Okay, so we've tore down the lights and stuff, so we've got the rest of those down in the rest of the shop. So we've just left this last one up. I just wanted to show you something that we've discovered, as obviously we've got all the site lighting up for now. Now, just to go on about the actual site light, those ones down there, the reason why I've not pushed that much down there, because the ceiling's coming down, so they are going to be dropped down. Maybe today, maybe not, who knows. So this is the last light that's left up, but this is the importance. Obviously with shops and stuff, they just don't get looked after. So I'm going to try and turn you around and show you better. Okay, so what we've got, if you can see in there, we've actually had a bit of a fire. So yeah, so inside there you've got actually a fire. So what's happened is there's probably a bad connection in amongst all that, and that is probably why that light wasn't working very well, but probably caught at the right time, in fairness. But again, not a great installation. Yeah, so things like, so there's no grommets in here, no stuffing glands, no nothing, all that sort of stuff. But the other stuff that we've sort of discovered as the lads have been taking the rest of that lot down, it's a mess. It is a right mess. So luckily enough, like I said, the aircon above my head, wherever it is, like literally right above my head, that's all got to come down and stuff. But it's like that window. Kean discovered a window there. It's just got a bit of chip, was it, OSB board on the outside, blowing in like an absolute, well, so there's another job that needs sorting, I think, so that'll be another discussion. But yeah, so I'm not sure whether it was a sort of chip shop or something like that before, I don't know, prior to the last one. It was a Bucky's before, but nowhere before that, but yeah, so you've got all this sort of tackle all floating around, all looking jazzy. So yeah, so we're going to get these emergency lights down, because as you can see, the emergency lights are up, but they're not actually doing anything, so they wouldn't have worked either. So it's obviously been a long time since it's actually had any maintenance whatsoever done on it. So we're going to take those down now, get it all gone, because it is going to be literally a fresh start. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just the other side of here, this wall is where the board is. So I've been trying to get clear out all the old cables while Kean is literally just there, stripping all the rest of it off. So we've got the lights down, all the emergency lights are all off. they've not been working for such a long time, and in fairness, in some of the cases that was actually cut off. So what I've done is I've traced all these cables back now to basically this point, the other side. So what I'm going to try and do is pull them all the way through and get them all stripped back, and then they just behind you, it actually there's the light switch and stuff there, so we're going to obviously go trace them all the way back to there, because the new light switch position, I think the counter is going over that way, so all the new light switches are going to be over there anyway. But I want to try and have the building almost as a bit of a fresh start, because then if somebody else comes in after us, you know, fixes anything on, you know, they're not going to have to worry about it. There's no concern from our end about stuff that's, you know, is it there, isn't it there, that sort of thing. So some of these are still connected, but not to the board, if that makes any sense. So the lads on the other side of the wall, they're trying to just sort out the temporary stud wall, but I seem to have put those down. So what we're doing at the minute, we've also got a massive just mound of cables that I'm just lobbing over near Kian. Okay, another little bit as well. So when you're stripping loads of cables out, what I tend to do, if you are in the market for weighing your cable in, if you do it like that, it's a bit of a big bundle, but if you do it like that, and then get one piece and wrap it round, like so, like that, then you end up, it's nice and easy to go into your rubble sacks ready for disposal. Like that. Okay, so in this corner here, this is where, so this is literally the other side of what I was saying, so that on that wall. So we've got a stack here because there's flats actually all above here. So there's cables like that, you see, it's all just been chucked in. So we're just getting rid of all that sort of stuff. And Kian's just trying not to go through all those aircon pipes, although it is all being, you know, disposed of. But again, so we've got all down here, we've got all just every man and his dog's rubbish. So we'll get rid of that. So we've just took out another, there was a bit of 10mm that comes to here, that was just cut off further up, so it doesn't actually do anything. Bit of a weird one. And then just, like I say, everybody's rubbish is all there. So we need to try and sort all that out. And get it all sorted. So I don't know whether, in fairness, I don't know whether, because that was the lamest throw ever. It literally went to there and it was supposed to go all the way over there. So I don't know whether it's going to be a case of me and Kian are going to start taking that ceiling down ready, but I suppose really I should go into the shop and go and have a look, see what they've been doing. But because there is a little bit of tidying up, because the shop fitters came in over the weekend. They've moved the counter. And they have put some temporary supplies in. So I'll go next door and see what's needed. Okay, so that's pretty much at the end of the day for us. So me, Steve and Sean have actually got to go and look at another job. So the lads have been cracking on next door, getting the temporary wall 3/4 of the way through, but there's a few bits and bobs that need to be moved. But me and Kian have been starting to getting that down. So Kian and Lou are going to get the rest of that down while we're going off and have a little bit of a square up. But yeah, so overall, so just to put it in context, that down there is the level of copper that we've got so far out of here that's just been left and abandoned, basically. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and like I say, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. What have they got to do, Sean?
What's that?
What have they got to do? Hit the subscribe button.
Bell, subscribe, comment, tell us all what we are and stuff.
Yeah, see? True pro. Right, enjoy, take care.